Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, HollywoodShono here, about to give you another Injustice Gods Among Us video. And this video, we're going to be unlocking the Black Power Battery. It's been long over since the multiplayer season has ended. However, very happy to announce that we did get 499,600, which is more than enough to actually get top 5% and secure the gear item. So we're going to go inside Injustice Gods Among Us and collect our loot. Alright, so a new season has started. Your rewards for a previous season are being calculated and will be issued soon. So we're going to go online. And we did get top 5%. And we do have the Black Power Battery, Battle Staff, Disruptor Gun, Mark of the Tiger, 115 Nith Metal, 100,000 credits. Now, if you guys notice the camera a little bit different, we did upgrade to the Logitech Brio, which is a 4K webcam, and I will be messing around with that more in the future. But I am excited to have upgraded technology and maybe better lighting so you guys can see more what's going on. And up to a 90-degree field of view. Right now we're at a 60-degree, which I think I'm going to do for YouTube videos. But 90 degrees could be good if we're trying to get more people within the video. And let's take a look at this gear item that we just got. Before we do that, let's actually see what online is. So it looks like it's the Master's Death Cart, one of the most annoying gear items in the game. I think more annoying in some instances than Tantu Totem, because both of them set up a really annoying combo. So we got to go all the way to the back. So the Black Power Battery is not tied to Sinestro or any one character, but 20% power steal on basic attack if our hit point lower than 15%. I swear Chinese have been doing this. So if hit points are lower than 15%, so I wonder if that means if you're at 15% health, you start stealing power. 20% is a decent amount. If you're stealing a bar of power, that's pretty good. Especially if you're using the Super Pill as a way to heal up. And you also get 100% increased damage against frozen or stunned opponents. So this gear item has synergy with the Cloak of Destiny. But if you guys also remember, Green Arrow Silver used to have this, and they deemed it to be too strong and took it away. But they added this into gear. So maybe make Silver Green Arrow great again. Put that back into special too. And you could also drain life on basic attack if our hit points lower than 50. I really don't like the wording on that. And evolved, knock out an enemy to gain resurrect with a percentage of health on death. As we know, Blackest Night The Flash resurrects with full health and not a percentage of health. So this means that potentially, if you're using Blackest Night Hawkgirl with Fourth World 2-piece, which does have the resurrect, plus this gear item, as long as you get a knockout, you should be able to revive 3 times. Which, I don't think it's game-changing, but could be an annoying mechanic. So the gear items are all the shards, and we're going to shatter some gear and come back to you as soon as we have 500 of each. Alright, so now that we have the gear necessary to do this, we're going to start fusing the Black Power Battery. So a 1% chance of power steal on basic attacks if hit points lower than 15%. So I wonder if that means you're going to be able to steal up to a bar of power when maxed out, even more than a bar of power. That seems pretty good. And an increase looks to be 200% damage against frozen stun opponents, so it's kind of like Cloak of Destiny. And 40% drain life on basic attacks. Now there is some synergy with basic damage gear, and I'm actually curious as to how this works. But we're going to see if we can get Blackest Night The Flash to revive 3 times and knock somebody out. That is my hopeful goal. So we're going to upgrade this gear item to max. Okay, so it is plus 10. So now when we evolve it, you gain up to 35% health. And it's called the Nekron's Scythe. So it looks to be 65% health on death, which is pretty good. I could see this gear item actually being used in conjunction with probably Astro Harness or maybe healing gear, just to kind of give you a little bit more stabilization. And as we know, resurrect effects no longer work with Tantu Totem, so it does buy your damage dealers a way out. Now, is this gear item actually worth using over, say, a basic damage gear item? Is it worth using over a special damage gear item? I think 15% health is not a good threshold. So the gear item maxed out. 40% power steal on basic attacks. If health is lower than 15%, 200% increased damage against frozen stunned opponent, which I would assume will stack with Cloak of Destiny, so you're probably going to get some crazy numbers. And if you throw Tantu Totem on with Ares, this gear item, well, you'd have to get a stun proc, probably from Batgirl. But yeah, that seems pretty good. We're definitely going to be testing a couple mechanics here, because I'm curious about the Power Steal and Drain Life, both of which are probably going to be good in Survivor, because you're going to have reduced effect with basic damage. But 65% health is pretty good. So we're going to go into Bonus Battle 6 to start. And we are not in the mirror match, so let's get some Blackest Night characters. I have not really been playing. Okay, that's the glitch I was talking about. When you're in the editing character screen, this pops up sometimes. And it's really annoying. It mostly happens when you're checking out characters to swap in or edit gear. This is what happens. Alright, so after a little fiasco where the game kind of glitches out when you're swapping through your roster, we're going to go into the Blackest Night characters. I'm not going to edit that out, so hopefully the developers see that. Let's put in Blackest Night The Flash. I'm going to put in Doomsday in case we get some gold characters to soften them up a little bit. And I'm going to put in Blackest Night Hawkgirl as well, which we probably should put in first, considering that H is after G. So let's put in Blackest Night Hawkgirl, and we're going to put on Blackest Night Doomsday, if I don't pass him up. Batman would probably work too. So
The Flash.
With Blackest Night The Flash, I don't have him leveled up that much. We're going to start with 2-piece Fourth World, which does guarantee a resurrect, and Nekron's Scythe. So we're going to put on another piece of Fourth World.
The Flash.
So by this logic, we should be able to resurrect 3 times. I'm also curious about the stealing at low health.
Begin.
So we did get some bronze and silver, so this will be perfect to test out. So we did get a stun. Alright, so you see 680 on the heavy attack. And yeah, there's a lot of damage increase when you get that stun. So stun effects do work really well. I imagine this gear item is going to be great with Earth 2 The Flash. So I'm curious about how to test that out. So that'd probably be the best way to utilize the damage. And the fact that he gets guaranteed crit damage on a stun is a big deal. So we're not at 15% health. A silver or a bronze Deathstroke is really good for that. We keep getting Black Flash. I'm probably going to block. No.
You're boring.
Alright, so how does this work? Wow. Alright, so the healing was not good. We don't have a lot of basic damage, though, but yeah, it was draining power. I don't know exactly to what extent. Let's try to get Deathstroke out. Let's get off the Thirst of the Undead. This should be enough to knock him out, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, yeah, easily. Good special with the Fourth World Mace, too. So now we have a Silver Catwoman. Alright, that's perfect. That should bleed him out. We didn't need to take 2. Alright, so there's the second Resurrect. We should have 1 more. What is causing the heal over time, though? What in the world? Does it heal the health over time? And because the Flash starts at 100% health. What in the world? Oh, that's right, he heals from dots instead of taking damage. Forgot about that. Let's get in Green Lantern if we can. Let's get off the Thirst of the Undead again. That one is blocked, so pretty bad combo. Really pretty cool. Yeah, I forgot Blackest Night The Flash actually heals from dots instead of taking damage. I was wondering why his health was going up instead of down. That's really good against Injustice 2 Aquaman or Arkham Knight Catwoman or anybody using Quake Engine. We need to get to 15% health. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we didn't get a power drain. I'm seeing life drain, though. So how are we not getting power drain? Is it not working? Alright, there's the third resurrect. So I saw like a power drain icon, but I didn't see it. Is it because I was at 2 bars and I have to actually have power available? How does that work? Block that, because we'll take too much damage otherwise. Alright, so we took way too much damage there. Let's just get rid of both of these guys. So we can guarantee that, yes, it does resurrect you 3 times. Is it good? No. Because if you're using 2-piece 4th world and that gear item, you're not doing damage. But it's kind of cool that the mechanic is there. You can definitely annoy people. Now, one instance that it might be good is in Survivor mode. But why not just use Raven? The fact that she's going to be able to revive twice versus once is a big deal. So you're going to get a little bit more of a buffer. And that's where this gear setup would actually make a lot of sense. So Raven would be able to swap health twice still, but she'd have 2 buffers to actually resurrect.
Raven.
So if you go Nekron Scythe with double 4th world, not only are you going to swap health twice, but you're also going to guarantee 2 resurrects, which if you have a low level 4th world, is actually going to do pretty well. So luckily, Lobo does do a decent amount of damage, so it shouldn't take too long. Even though Raven does get 40% health, we probably should use the mace instead of the chest plate. Now my question is, will both resurrects happen at 65% health? Probably should beat Lobo down a little bit just so we're not healing up all the way. So I kind of want to swap at like half health versus full health. It's just going to take way too long. Flash is probably going to come in. Okay, hook charge is good. We'll also be able to test out the power scaling a little bit better with a higher health character like Raven. 15% health should be around right there. Alright, so there's one swap. We have not seen the Flash come in yet. Okay. So there's swap number 1. Let's get Lobo down a little bit more. So I want to try to test out that healing. It doesn't seem like a very useful mechanic, and it's pretty hard to pull off. Let's block the special. Okay, so that's the swap. Both swaps are gone. Right, so there's a life drain. You can't power drain Lobo. Healed for 987. Both swaps are gone. I think we need to dump power though. Alright, so there's a resurrect. That one was the 4th world, so that one triggered first. Lobo's back in. You can't swap him. Okay, did I see 1 resurrect there? I did not see 2. I could have sworn my math only showed 1, but maybe I'm wrong. Does that mean 4th world doesn't work? Or am I just reading into things wrong? I suppose we should probably test on a lower health character. We're going to get rid of... But I'm thinking maybe the health swaps might have interfered. Quite possibly. It's kind of hard to actually test with Raven, but...
Raven.
Yeah, KO an enemy to resurrect with 65% health on death, but that didn't happen. Let's get some Earth 2 characters in now. That's what I really want to test out. Earth 2 the Flash has a great stun ratio, and he's guaranteed to get stuns. So let's run Earth 2 the Flash. Let's put in Earth 2 Solomon Grundy and Earth 2 Hawkgirl. Hopefully they add more Earth 2 synergy in the future. That would be pretty cool.
Flash.
So with Earth 2 the Flash, we're going to use Nekron Scythe because it's extra damage on stuns. So we're also going to use We're going to use Ibistic and Cloak of Destiny. So we're going to have to run 2 tests, and we do have to land a stun on tagging. So that's another thing that matters, but Earth to the Flash does have increased stun on tagging. The problem is with Earth 2s is that you're going to actually gain more power when the Earth 2 is in. So I'm thinking maybe we should start off with a Bronze and just omit Hawkgirl, because we don't actually need her. Let's throw in Bronze Catwoman. That way Earth to the Flash can, if he doesn't land a stun right away, and Catwoman's not going to do much damage either. There it is. We're going to go off the Speed Vortex. I only saw one hit, because I think they were all fatal damage. That's just gonna... Alright, so there's a resurrect because we knocked an enemy out. Got power generation, there it is. We did get another stun. Oh my god. 12,000 health. Alright, so... There it is. Let's get off the special too. Okay, so you can definitely stack Cloak of Destiny with the new Nekron's gear item, and it does work. But yeah, you can see the effect from Earth to the Flash. 12,000 damage is quite a bit. Now we're going to test out with Arkham Knight Batman, Flashpoint Batman, and let's throw in Animated Harley Quinn for power gain. Okay, so Flashpoint Batman, we're going to throw on Nekron Scythe and 2 damage gear items. Let's throw on the Prometheum Longsword Blade of the War God.
Batman.
And we did get the stun that time, so that's good. Low damage. Alright, there's the stun. Not really any better. 22,000. That's about what he was hitting before. Yeah, we actually healed up a decent amount there with the 15% health. Alright, so that time it was actually more. 31,000, so I think it has to be a self-inflicted stun for it to actually work more. Because when Arkham Knight Batman actually landed a stun and then you tagged in, it didn't work like that. Let's test one more thing out. So as we know, Green Arrow has a special that freezes. Well, if that's the case...
Stings, doesn't it?
You know, how you're burning and frozen.
Direct
Okay. Oh, 32,000 and then 18,000. So you can definitely see that the freeze effect worked. You can definitely stack Cloak of Destiny with this gear item. As we were seeing earlier, it was doing 12,000 damage versus 6,500. So yes, with Earth to the Flash, you definitely want to stack the Cloak of Destiny with it. Not only going to get an increased chance to stun, but you're going to do more damage. And because you're guaranteed a stun with, or a crit with the Flash's attacks, the only reason you would actually use something else is if you can't crit, for example, Red Suns. But Ibistic is fine. It's a good damage gear. If you like this video on unlocking the Black Power Battery Nekron's Scythe, please give this video a like rating, comment, subscribe, share this video amongst your friends, and as a favorite, check out my other Injustice Gods Among Us videos playlist, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, which are all HollywoodShono, my Instagram, which is HollywoodShono's God, and have a wonderful day, kids.
www.youtube.com/HollywoodShono. Subscribe, bitches!